I'd want to be there for those people. I never took a moment to just go.
A lot of times, you are going to be the one person who gets yourself pumped up, gets yourself inspired and ready to go, because a lot of times what you're doing, nobody else has done before, so there's going to be nobody to look for inspiration or how they did things or anything like that. It's all about you, and you need to be your number one motivator, because when it comes down to it, you're the only person who needs to get yourself hyped up. No matter how big or how small it is, you need to focus on you and do everything in your power to make sure that you know what you're setting off to do is possible, because you're in charge. So that way you know whatever you do is gonna happen, because you're that determined and you're that focused and you're that motivated, all because you know you're in charge. You're that confident in yourself to have the ability to go out and take down every single challenge that's presented to you, because you're an absolute beast and a monster. You're just so hyped up on success that you're looking to the future thinking how incredible it's gonna be, and you're not gonna let anything get in your way. No matter if it's an extreme high or an extreme low and you just don't know how to handle it, you're gonna take a breath and realize it's all gonna be worth it in the end, because when you become successful, everything you've done is gonna be worth it. You're gonna look back and think, all that time and energy poured into my goals and my craft is worth it, because look at me now. I am this successful individual that I manifested and I thought about and I dreamed about being.
What my purpose was. I didn't know what I was meant to say, how I was supposed to say it, and then once I started experiencing so much, how to love myself first. And not just in a relationship, in my everyday life. I give myself so much. I let people pull at me in every direction, and I want everybody to be happy. Mm-hmm. And I would be in my bathroom sobbing right before I'd go on stage, and then I'd just put myself on stage and I'd want to be there for those people. I never took a moment to just go away and be myself and figure it out. I kept pushing myself. And I think the biggest thing I learned is it's okay. I'm gonna stop when I need to stop. I'm gonna feel when I need to feel. And I don't care what comes with that or what people wanna say. It's normal. I'm supposed to keep going, and that's all I wanna do. I'm really excited. To be honest, in the best possible way, I really haven't been able to sleep or eat anything. I mean, I'm taking care of myself, but it's crazy when you really believe in something. It's so different. And not to say that I didn't believe in anything in the past, I just didn't know what my purpose was. I didn't know what I was meant to say, how I was supposed to say it. And then once I started experiencing so much, and I knew people were wanting to know what I felt, and I was scared, to be honest. And now to see it come to life, it's crazy. I can. I mean, this is 4 years of my life, and I think I'm completely okay with releasing it. But there had always been something that was preventing me or scaring me from doing it. And I'm so glad that I followed that gut instinct, because it's so crazy that every single moment counts. Down to literally Lose You to Love Me and Look at Her Now is out. But we were still like the last day writing music. That the song I personally think is gonna be one of our biggest as well. It's just that's the kind of magic that happens. And I know that happens with other artists, but the people I'm surrounded by, it just happens, and I'm so grateful. I don't want to work with anyone who doesn't want to work with me. I think I just found my groove, and I think I'm getting better and better, but I only know that means it's because of the people I'm surrounded by that inspire me, that challenge me. And I think the past few years, or hell, decade if you want, I think I was really kind of hurting, and I think that prevented me from doing a lot more creatively or even content-wise of what I wanted to say. There were so many things being said on my behalf, and I found myself protecting people that didn't really protect me, because I didn't want, to start anything. But I had a right to say my side of the story, and I felt like that was so liberating, because it almost felt like I had let it go personally inside of me once it was out. And that's the greatest gift, I think. I think what was most important for me with this record is to make sure that every single song whether it was the lyrics or the production, to mean something and to actually hold weight. And you know, one of my favorite songs is Vulnerable on the track, or Vulnerable on the album. And I think it was a way of me hoping I could just be a voice for people who are in the same situation I'm in, whether it's something mentally that people struggle with or relationships, friendships. I wanted to be as honest as I could, and the only thing that I wanted was to make people feel good. And you know, during all the mess that's happening, I think that I'm very lucky to be in a position where I can make people feel good. Talking to every girl that's felt what I felt. You know that moment when you just kind of reach that point and you just want to be like, I'm actually good. And I feel good. And that's what it felt like for me. Because we wrote Lose You to Love Me first. And then, I mean, at that point, we had probably 20 songs or so that I had collected over the years. And then I think something happened this year that was really special. It just started pouring out of me. And I got to work with the amazing writers I always work with, Justin Tranter, Julia Michaels, shout out. But then I got to work with other songwriters that I fell in love with as well. So when we did Look at Her Now, it was almost just a celebration song. So it actually wasn't even going to be on the album. I thought it was a perfect way to kind of wrap up a chapter, and I wanted it to show the vulnerability of experiencing the pain of heartbreak and then stepping into this whole other journey, which is mine. I feel really great about it. So I mean, I did it for me, but I also did it for my fans, you know? They're so sweet and they always just want to see me dance and do fun stuff, so I thought I'd try it.
Thank you all so much for watching. Please go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know what you thought down in the comment section below.